Oshio. I wanted to share something with you. And Brother Ray, Mr. Repent, God bless you. That was a good video, and well done. People should listen. It's like right here. I'll take my specs off for this. The lighting still ain't very good. Okay, now everyone knows this parable, but I'm going to read it anyway. This is in Matthew, and I'm reading from the Christian Standard Bible, chapter 13, verse 24. He presented another parable to them. The kingdom of heaven may be compared to a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while people were sleeping, his enemy came, sowed weeds among the wheat, and left. When the plant sprouted and produced grain, then the weeds also appeared. The landowner's slaves came to him and said, Master, didn't you sow good weed in your field? Then where did the weeds come from? An enemy did this, he told them. So do you want us to go and gather them up? The slaves asked. No, he said. When you gather up the weeds, you might also uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. At harvest time, I'll tell the reapers, gather the weeds first and tie them in bundles to burn them, but store the wheat in my barn. Now, those weeds were also known, if I'm saying it right, I hope I am, or anyway, darnel, I think I was right, darnels. It's a weed, okay, but it looks like wheat. See, now there was a purpose in that parable that Yeshua told us. Well, alright, it was simple. The fact is that in the church there will be false people. They will look like the real thing, but they're just none but darnel, the weeds. They're not wheat. They just look like wheat, but they're not. But see, the thing is, a lot of people will sit there and they'll wonder, well, why does God allow these false people there? Well, I rightly can't come out and give you an exact answer, but I can give you a roundabout answer or something, or maybe let you answer that one, or maybe let God answer that. But the thing is, you have to stop and consider something. Yeah, I mean, you got all these false people out there, and they bring a reproach against us because of what they do. Those of us who truly desire to live for Yeshua and live our life pattern after His. Alright, but the thing is, think about it. I mean, just like the rest of the world and everything else that goes around us and everything that seems to go wrong, well, it could be just another way just keeping you in prayer. And also we should be praying for them. And besides, even though they are false, and you got people who are not even going to church, who's not even professing anything, those who are on the outside, we still got to love them too and pray for them. But I think they can, in the long run, this is to help them also, the people who are on the outside, to see which ones who are real and who is not. But the one thing is for sure, I know, is that we all need to pull together in these last days. And we need to pray for one another. yes, we can rebuke brothers or sisters or those who seemingly supposed to be our brothers and sisters who's living falsely. But the question is, shouldn't we start learning to, if we want to get through to them, maybe not going to get through to all of them, but I think it has to do with the spirit that we use in trying to reach them. So like with anybody, you don't want an arrogant spirit on you. You don't want to have that hateful attitude. I mean, sure, maybe what they're doing, it makes you angry. You disapprove strongly of what they're doing because you love the Lord. But we still got to watch our attitudes. I do, you do. Everyone does who's claiming to be in Yeshua. And we need to follow his examples. Because if we read the Word and read the Gospels, we can see the perfect examples of everything that Jesus said and did, how he approached people. And he wasn't arrogant, and he wasn't hateful, and he wasn't screaming at people. But you can see, that he loved people. And when he went to correct people, he didn't do it with a bad attitude. He didn't see himself, I'm better than you. He corrected people out of love and a concern. And this should also be something that we should follow. And there's other examples that also, when we read the apostles, when we read the teachings from the letters of Paul and Peter and James and John and them, okay, when we read their teachings, we also see their example of how to follow Yeshua. The examples, we follow them because they followed Yeshua, then you can rest assured you're following a correct example of Yeshua. But either way, how you want to look at this is to understand is that we must follow Yeshua's examples and teachings. And if we practice his teachings faithfully, put it into practice, not talking about it but doing it and practicing it, then we will be like the person who built his house upon the rock. Because when things starts coming against us, we'll stand. But if we don't, we'll collapse. So let us reach out and help others, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. Follow Yeshua's examples, love each other's, and you'll find that when you start putting it into practice, you'll see a big difference in your life, as well as you'll see difference in other people's lives, because they will see that what you have is genuine. Okay? But anyway, I thought I would share that with you. Alright, so God bless you. Shalom and Aho.